Welcome to this Java programming tutorial. In this session, we will explore how to calculate the profit or loss percentage using a class in Java. We'll walk through the problem statement, the logic, coding implementation, and the output step by step. The task is to create a class named ProfitLoss that helps us determine whether a transaction resulted in a profit or a loss, and by how much percentage. This class should include two integer data members, cost price, stored in cp, and selling price, stored in sp. There will be three methods. First, a default constructor to initialize both values to 0. Second, an input method to accept two values and assign them to the respective variables. And finally, a display method that calculates and prints the percentage of profit or loss. Let's walk through the algorithm step by step. Step 1. Start the program. Step 2. Define a class named ProfitLoss. Step 3. Inside this class, declare two integer variables, cp for cost price and sp for selling price. Step 4. Write a default constructor to initialize both cp and sp to 0. Step 5. Create an input method that accepts two integers and assigns them to cp and sp. Step 6. In the display method, we use conditional checks. If the selling price is greater than the cost price, calculate profit and its percentage. If the cost price is greater than the selling price, calculate loss and its percentage. And if both are equal, print the message no profit no losses. Step 7. In the main method, create an object of the class, call input to pass values, and display to show the result. Step 8. Finally, stop the program. This stepwise breakdown helps us understand how logic is organized and executed within the program. Let's take a look at the structure of our class and how it's initialized. We start with the class definition, ProfitLoss. Inside this class, we declare two integer instance variables, cp for cost price and sp for selling price. Then, we write a default constructor. This constructor initializes both cp and sp to 0 when an object of the class is created. Next, we define the input method. This method takes two integer parameters and assigns them to cp and sp, respectively. This allows us to supply specific values to our object later during execution. By grouping data members, constructor, and input logic in one slide, we get a clear view of how object initialization and input handling are structured. Now let's explore the heart of our program, the display method. This method determines whether the transaction resulted in a profit, a loss, or neither. We begin by checking if the selling price is greater than the cost price. If it is, we calculate the profit as the difference between selling price and cost price. To calculate the profit percentage, we multiply the profit by 100 and divide by the cost price. The result is printed using system.out.println. Next, we check if the cost price is greater than the selling price, which indicates a loss. In this case, we calculate the loss and its percentage in a similar way. Finally, if both cost price and selling price are equal, the program prints a message saying no profit no loss. This method uses simple conditional logic to cover all three possible outcomes in a transaction. In the main method, we create an object of the ProfitLoss class. Using the input method, we assign values to cost price and selling price. Then we call the display method to compute and print the result, whether it's a profit or loss, along with a percentage. This demonstrates how object-oriented programming allows clean separation of logic using classes and methods. Here is the complete Java program. It includes the class with instance variables, constructor, input and display methods, and the main method. This modular structure promotes clarity, maintainability, and code reuse. This program is an ideal example for beginners learning how to implement real-world logic using object-oriented concepts in Java. In this slide you will get the full program link which you can execute the entire program. Also, program link is available in the description box. Let's go through the variable description table. cp.sp are integers that hold cost price and selling price. Profit and loss are temporary variables used to store the amount of gain or loss. PP stands for profit percentage, while LP stands for loss percentage. Both PP and LP are of double type to accommodate decimal values in percentage output. Let's see the output for an example. If we enter the cost price as 500 and the selling price as 600, the program calculates a profit of 100 rupees. The profit percentage will be 100 divided by 500, multiplied by 100, which is 20%. So, the program displays profit percentage 20.0%. Here's a quick recap. We created a class ProfitLoss with cost price and selling price as instance variables. We initialized them using a constructor, assigned values using the input method, and performed the calculations inside the display method. The result was displayed based on whether there was a profit, a loss, or neither. Let's summarize the key points. This program demonstrates the practical use of object-oriented programming with real-world data. It uses constructors, parameterized methods, and logical conditions. It teaches how to apply arithmetic calculations in a modular way. And finally, it emphasizes clarity, reusability, and simplicity in code structure. Thank you so much for watching this session on Constructor using Java. I hope the explanation made the concept clearer and more enjoyable for you. All the important components, the question, algorithm, Java program, variable table, and output, are available in the description box below. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, share it with your classmates, and subscribe for more easy-to-follow programming tutorials. Every share and comment encourages more students to learn with clarity and confidence. Keep practicing, keep building, and remember, your journey to becoming a great programmer starts with mastering the basics. See you in the next session, and as always, happy coding!